Taking none.
What's up, guys? It's Noah K. Welcome back. The New Orleans Saints take on the New England Patriots tomorrow at Foxborough. I'm super excited for this one because this is going to be a real task and challenge for the Saints. I'm excited to see how they react. The main question coming into this week was, how are the Saints team? How are they? Are they more like the week 1 team we saw, or the week 2? Are they somewhere in the middle? That question probably won't be answered for this game because, it's just a game. We'll just have to see, throughout the season. But I'm excited to see how they respond and react from, losing last week so badly. And I'm excited to see the adjustments they make. I know we're getting some people back. That includes the players and some of the coaching staff. And yeah, I'm real excited for this one. But we're going to start off with the injury report. So basically everybody except Eric McCoy is going to be playing most likely for this game. Eric McCoy is the only one that's ruled out. So CJ Gardner-Johnson is going to be returning. Marshawn Lattimore, Calvin Throckmorton, Pete Warner, PJ Williams, Peyton Turner, and Tano Passingo. I think I said his name right. Shout out to that guy in my comment section. His username is literally that guy. He put out the spelling pronunciation, Tano Passingo. I think I said it right. But shout out to you. Thank you for that. But yeah, we get a lot of our defensive players back. The only one that's not on the defense is Calvin Throckmorton, which he's a guard. So yeah, but pretty much everybody on our defense is going to be coming back, hopefully. But yeah, Calvin Throckmorton is the only offensive player on there. Glad to see him back. But yeah, we're going to talk more about the defense and the defensive players coming back when we get to the defense, and how them coming back is huge. And of course, we'll talk about Calvin Throckmorton when I get to the offense. But I do want to mention that I think only 3 of our coaching staff will be out. So they're not going to be coming to the game. They cannot, be on the sidelines because of the COVID-19 protocols. So it's way much better than last week. But the coaches that are not going to be at this game include an assistant head coach / defensive line coach, a pass rush specialist coach, and a tight end coach. So I know we're getting our offensive line coach back, and I think, our wide receiver coach back. Pretty sure that includes the quarterback coach and everything else. But it's obviously a lot better than last week. But we'll see. Hopefully, the mistakes we saw in the offense, hopefully the coaches being back, or the coaches that aren't going to come back, hopefully they've had time to, recollect and, fix the errors and whatnot. But it's a lot better than last week. So just happy for that. So we're going to start off with the offense, specifically the offensive line, because they probably need the most improvement. I know we get our offensive line coach back, and, after film, after looking at everything, hopefully they can adjust. But yeah, the offensive line just did not look good at all last week. The Panthers came with all type of packages, blitzing, just everything. Our offensive line either looked confused or just straight up just did not cover, got beat. But Jameis Winston didn't have any time to throw. Last week he got pressured about 60% of the time, which is ridiculous. So they're just gonna have to adjust. I know the Patriots showed pressure to the Jets last week 40% of the time. So maybe Bill Belichick sees that, seems like Jameis and the offensive line can't deal with pressure and, blitz more, or just, show different packages and coverages to get to Jameis Winston. I'm hoping our offensive line adjusts, because if not, it's not going to look good for Jameis Winston. So yeah, that is a must. That is crucial must to me. That was probably the biggest reason why we lost, because there was just absolutely no time for Jameis. It was ridiculous. But that is a must moving forward. We can talk about Jameis. Just the interceptions he threw was bad. Again, personally, to me, the first one was the worst one, because we could have gotten 3 points on the board. for halftime or before halftime, and the second one was just like I already figured they were gonna lose, so it's like whatever. But Jameis Winston has to do better with figuring out like who's coming where and getting rid of it. What was surprising, what I never knew, because still learning about football and things like that. I did not know that when we had Drew Brees, he would call most of the like coverages and like he would call most of like the coverages, pass coverage. But now since he's gone, Eric McCoy has been calling it, but he's hurt, so now Cesar Ruiz now has to call those covers, and that's confusing and a lot. That just shows like what Drew Brees used to do for this team. There's a lot of stuff that just not as highly praised that Drew Brees does, but that was one of them. So now you have Cesar Ruiz having to adjust and learning how to call coverages, and Jameis responding and reacting with that. But anyways, yeah, Jameis, if there is pressure, he's just going to either have to, dump it off, get rid of it, but definitely no fumbles, no interceptions, hopefully, because some of that, it was just like, the first was just so unnecessary. I didn't see the point in that, but part of this is on the wide receivers as well. We have to get people open and just available and consistently. That is, I know we activated Kenny Stills to the active roster. Oh Jesus, but yeah, Kenny Stills got activated to the active roster, which I'm interested to see how much of an impact he has on the field, considering this would be his first game with them and like a little bit of like practice. So that's gonna be interesting. I don't know if he's gonna be a big impact. Well, I don't expect him to be like a big impact, but hopefully an impact for sure. Any help is needed at all. We just need people. Marquez Callaway has to step up. Deontay Harris has to step up. Chris Hogan has to step up. Jawan Johnson, Taysom Hill even. I forgot who caught, I don't even remember. But, Alvin Kamara has to step up, hopefully, if he can get into the mix. But, was it Ty Montgomery who caught it? I think it was. Ty Montgomery, even him, or Little Jordan Humphrey, I think it was. Yeah. All of them have to get involved. Hopefully, I know we have our wide receiver coach. And our tight end. Wait, no, we don't. But wide receiver. Hopefully, I don't know what it is. Maybe Sean needs to call more play calls that get people open. I'm not sure what it is, but we're gonna definitely need to get involved, because Jameis Winston, he doesn't even have maybe 300 yards in 2 games or something like that, if that. I mean, it's just he's gotta connect with them, and that starts with the wide receiver / tight ends getting open, and making plays. So we're gonna talk about the running game, I guess now. The running game, Alvin Kamara, it was a slow day for him in week 2. It was just he was stopped, and then my opinion, Tony Jones Jr., I think he had 4 times he touched the ball or something like that. That was insane, because I thought he did really well in week 1. And I just want to see more from him. Alvin Kamara, maybe we get him again involved in the receiving game, just to, I don't know, surprise the Patriots defense. But that's gotta happen, because our offense just looks very just dull. We have to be that explosive offense. Again, hopefully Kenny Stills opens up some stuff. But everybody else just has to do their part. Simple as that. And if they all work together and, offensively as a whole, maybe we can get the ball going. I think we can. I think we'll have more success than last week, with film and just adjusting. And it's Sean Payton. Maybe they'll run a Taysom play, because, Taysom, when he did touch the ball, he looked good. I know he got us, down to the goal line. So, maybe something like that. But anything to get this offense going and, explosive, that is what we need. All right, so the defense. We get a lot of people back. C.J. Gardner-Johnson, Marshawn Lattimore, Pete Warner, PJ Williams, Peyton Turner, and to no passing you. There's a clip of CJ Gardner-Johnson and Marshawn Lattimore I saw last game, sideline. I was just like, but we get them back, and CJ Gardner-Johnson, just a beast on the field, always knows where the ball is, always hyped. He's good in pass coverage, he can do it all. And the Marshawn Lattimore lockdown, shutdown corner, it's going to be like interesting to see if he's going to play with the cast, because I think in Green Bay in week 1, when he came back, he had a cast on and still was really good. So it's going to be very interesting to see. Pete Warner is going to be making his NFL debut. It's going to be interesting because Zach Bond, has taken over for Quan Alexander, who is on IR. So it's going to be interesting to see how much Pete Warner sees the field and what splits he gets with Zach Bond. So, and Zach Bond did not have such a great game, so we will see. PJ Williams, I thought he played last game, but I could be wrong. But he's back. Peyton Turner, I know he popped up on the injury report, and he had a sack. He looked really good on his debut, on his NFL debut, and had I think 3 tackles for loss or something like that. He just looked really, really good. So I'm excited to see what type of production he produces this time around. And then we have to know passing now. There we go. Which just more depth, and he did okay too. I believe so. He had a good game as well. But I'm excited. Obviously, without these players, we were kind of struggling. So getting all these players back, hopefully more healthy as well for the people who played last week, are still on the injury report. Hopefully they're healthier, and I'm excited. We are going against Mac Jones, the Patriots rookie quarterback. In the past few years where, the Saints defense were facing, a rookie quarterback or a slightly less experienced quarterback, I always thought that would be an edge. But, there's been games where, the young quarterback would literally, you move his feet to get first downs or just, surprise us. But hopefully this doesn't happen here. We can contain Mac Jones. I know Mac Jones has had 1 touchdown in the past 2 games, which isn't good, but he's been doing pretty well as a Patriots quarterback. He's been averaging 4 yards, but his number 1 wide receiver is actually running back James White, but Nelson Aguilar is right under there. But technically that's his number 1 wide receiver. So as the Saints, we definitely want to keep an eye out for James White and the rest of the running backs that could be possible receiving targets. But of course, pressure is needed to make Mac Jones feel uncomfortable. Hopefully we can capitalize on turnovers. Penalties were also really big. I think we had 10 penalties for over 100 yards. Can't do that. But anyways, pressure is needed. Everybody, Peyton Turner, Carl Granderson, Cam Jordan, Malcolm Roach, just everybody needs to get home. I feel like we haven't had as much pressure as I thought we would have had coming into the season. But again, it's only the beginning of the season. But anyways, definitely pressure is needed for Mac Jones. Maybe we can hit home with sacks, but I definitely want pressure for sure. Hopefully Mac Jones maybe makes a mistake or something like that. But we got to get to Mac Jones. But, considering CJ Gardner's back, what's his name? I'm brain dead. Not Marcus Williams. PJ Williams. There we go. PJ Williams is going to be playing. And then Marshawn Lattimore, considering we're going to be having them back, I'm hoping it looks like week 1 where even though there wasn't that much pressure, Aaron Rodgers didn't have anyone to throw to. So therefore, eventually the pressure came, and then, he either just had to throw it away or just, whatever. So I'm hoping having them back is going to make it kind of not as such of a necessity to get pressure, because I don't want to only be relying on that. But I'm hoping our secondary looks like how it did in week 1. That way everybody's covered, even if there is no pressure. I'm hoping and praying that, it's like that. But either way, I want pressure. I mean, it's a defense. That's the defensive job, the front for whoever decides to blitz, if there is a blitz, to get pressure. I'm looking, and it says Damian Harris has 162 yards. That's the Patriots running back, which is pretty good for 2 games. But I feel pretty confident in our run-stopping defense. I know Christian McCaffrey, I think, got like 80 yards on the ground, but it is Christian McCaffrey. And also, the Saints just did not have a good day at all. So I'm hoping that we take care of it, and I think we will. I have pretty strong faith in our run-stopping defense. But for the secondary, as I touched upon, I think we'll kind of see a resemblance to week 1. I'm hoping for that, and I think we will. Maybe it's not as dominant, but it would take off a lot of pressure on the front 4 people to try to get to Mac Jones. Hoping they do, because vice versa. If the front 4 gets to Mac Jones, it takes off less pressure on our secondary. But I think as of now, I trust our secondary more to contain everybody, to make sure everyone's covered. Just because I feel really strongly. I think we have 4 sacks on the season, which is, it's pretty good, but I still felt like we were gonna get more pressure coming into the season. But I saw our secondary week 1, and I liked what I saw. And I'm hoping getting our people back is just gonna resemble that. All right, prediction time. It's been kind of hard to call these games this season. I realized that the reason is because I always fully trusted Drew Brees, in any type of situation. If we're down, if he needs to go out and win the game, that he would do it. And, that's just the quarterback Drew Brees is. And a lot of talks throughout the media this past week has been, can Jameis be that person? Is he more of a game manager, or can he go out and win a game for us? And that question, I'm sure he, won games in Tampa, but as a New Orleans Saints, that question has not been answered. We'll see later on. But Drew Brees was always a constant, yes, I know if we get down, he can bring us back. But anyways, I predict the Saints are going to win. The final score I predict is 24-19. Of course, Saints on top. But yeah, I'm hoping offensively that we get going enough to, at least outscore the Patriots. That's honestly all I want. I want to see improvement, actual ball movement, maybe more yards from Jameis. I just want to see everybody get involved, get Kamara going, again, Tony Jones Jr., I want to see him get going. Just some type of explosiveness on our offense that's just way much better than week 2. For sure. And then on our defensive side, I think that's probably our strongest side, for sure. I keep saying for sure right now. But defense is really looking good to me. Hopefully our parts can fall back together and we can glue and, just go out there, get to Mac Jones, have really good coverage in the secondary. And let me know what you guys think. Let me know who you think's gonna win. Let me know what matchup you're looking forward to. Anything like that, put it down in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching, and peace.